Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of HNI News, where we bring a multitude of experts from different fields to give you an insight of the latest trends as we recover from the pandemic. Lifestyle is a term which we generally use to address the way people live, reflecting the entire range of social values, attitude, and activities. We have a few experts in that segment. Let's know their opinion. We are happy to have with us today Mr. Rajesh Gopinath from Irgo Consulting, who has been into event planning and consulting business for the last 18 years. Tell us, Rajesh, how has the experiential industry progressed over the last year, and does things look bright for you?
Hi, Eva. As you all know, the experiential industry had the most challenging times during the pandemic. And yes, challenges also meant opportunities for the industry. We saw a huge transition from in-person events to building awesome engagements online. As things improved, we could see a shift into hybrid models, which combine in-person and online experiences. Now we can be part of a global event at the comfort of your home or office. At Irgo, we hosted more than 15,000 attendees over various hybrid events in a year.
How about socials and weddings?
Socials and weddings are now more intimate and bespoke. People attend weddings through live streams that go worldwide. Our planners support our clients worldwide round the clock on virtual platforms. To sum it up, I would say the pandemic has forced us to pivot, evolve, reinvent, adapt, and reimagine live events into virtual and hybrid experiences.
We have Sarika John joining us to discuss on the trends of hospitality industry. Sarika, why are hotels like Hyatt, Trident, Sheraton making a beeline for gastronomy? What is your USP?
Firstly, it's the challenges in the hospitality industry that paved way for gastronomy. In a nutshell, gastronomy has two perspectives, the hotels and the guests. Gastronomy helps hotels to bridge the gap between these two perspectives and enrich the experiential quotient. After having worked with Zindari Harbour, Trident, Meridian, other hotels in the city have understood the importance of guest perspective, which they are unable to execute by themselves. Gastronomy has carved a niche for themselves in the 18 months from inception, and hotels have gained immensely when endorsed by gastronomy.
Interior designing is becoming more important to home owners and commercial spaces. What is your take on it, Smita Naik?
Interior design is becoming a strategic decision for every home and office. It is a foundation for the comfortable setting of that space. Its functionality and ambience becomes of prime importance. Colors, theme, materials all have to go together, and you need an interior designer to be that second you who can plan, vet and source them for you. Each square footage is extremely important and is of value, and how to get the best out of it is what creates great impact on the space. Good planning and a great interior designer will make your space shine.
Okay, now let's understand the latest career and educational opportunities, especially in this post-COVID scenario. Eldo, as a well-known career counselor, what is your most important message to parents and students listening here from a career perspective, especially when technology seems to continuously alter the employment landscape?
Yes, the technology will change the employment landscape drastically, with some existing jobs becoming redundant in the near future, while many jobs that don't exist today becoming the norm tomorrow. So in these changing times, the most important message to parents is this: allow your kids to follow a personalized learning paths in their lives. See, each child is different and one size does not fit all. It is important that parents realize this. Each child should have the opportunity in their lives to understand their true potential and follow a career path that suits that particular potential. If this is the case, their chances of success are much higher, leading to personal and professional fulfillment in their lives.
Thank you, Eldo. We have Usha Pyarilal, who is a specialist in overseas education and immigration. Usha, how did you end up being a much sought after consultant for overseas education and immigration Canada?
Actually, foremost, it was a twin dare of having to go through the transparency and genuineness of agencies that deal with overseas education and immigration. This is where Genesis laid its foundation. We assist clients to immigrate to Canada on thoroughly point-based various parts that suits the client the best. Having processed multiple applications for students as well as for aspiring immigrants, we pride in 100% success in visa approvals.
As the stock indexes are so unpredictable during this time, it is important to know what is running in the top of the finance segment professionals, especially on the entrepreneurial sector. We have Commander Maxi Jose from Affluence, one of the most qualified wealth managers in the industry, with global assets in excess 600 crores under advice. Maxi, how has the wealth management landscape changed for investors over the last decade?
So Eva, let me address this in two parts. Since the global financial crisis in 2008, world over, regulation and compliance has become extremely stringent with higher capital adequacy ratios and reporting requirement. Second is the revolution in fintech. Investing today is much easier, much more transparent at much lower cost. Be it corporates, HNIs or retail, you can access the domestic and international products and make alternate investment very easily.
Can you do some crystal gazing for us?
Another black swan event like COVID is quite possible, but I would reckon that India and emerging economies are going to be huge wealth creators, provided they get the portfolio construct and investing behavior right.
Here we have with us Anand Kumar, who is the Director of Jack's Business Empowerment Private Limited. Anand, what did you see in common amongst the businesses that have recovered fast from the impact of Corona?
There are of course a combination of reasons, but one common factor was the way they managed their cash flows during times of crisis. Finance is a lifeblood of every business, and COVID-19 pandemic made this very evident. Stringent controls over financial management and proper working capital management enabled many businesses to come out much faster than their peers. As a business doctor, I would recommend doing a finance health checkup for your business to understand how your business is doing.
Now that the world is stabilizing again, how do you expect businesses to grow?
After every depression, there has been a boom and investment sentiments would be very high. Many businesses are seeking investors to grow faster than they would grow otherwise. Investors would put in money in your company only if you have a solid history, a very clear investment plan, convincing internal controls, a good pitch and a fair valuation.
Here we have with us Justin Raphael, who is a leading real estate developer who has a passion for developing tourism real estate projects. His company, Triworld Developers, has developed and running multiple tourism projects in Kerala. Justin, what are the recent trends in investment in tourism real estate?
We see that many investors are moving part of their money from bank FDs to tourism real estate, considering the many benefits it offers, and the returns are double or triple of bank investments. It also ensures steady regular rental income, which is usually 2 to 3 times more than rental from residential units.
So, how can a small investor invest a part of his funds in this growing sector?
The new projects that we are soon launching will all be based on fractional investments concept. This means that you can invest in a project or property along with multiple other investors. This way, even a small-time investor can be a part of a big project.
Thank you. Here we have Mr. George Zakaria of X Travel Money. George, a brick and mortar service to a 100% technology platform. How challenging was it for you to make your idea disruptive?
As a highly regulated business, it was really challenging us to bring the foreign exchange and remittance business online. So we convinced main banks and money changing services providers to bring their services like, say, door delivery, KYC collection, payment gateways, etc. through us. Now we are India's biggest foreign exchange aggregator.
So, what is your USP delivering to the customers?
We deliver the best exchange rate if you are comparing with airports and banks. You can lock the exchange rate for 48 hours, easy payment options.
വൈഭവവും സംഗമിക്കുന്ന ഗോൾഡ് ആൻഡ് ഡയമണ്ട് ആഭരണങ്ങൾ. സംഗീത ജ്വല്ലറി, എറണാകുളം.
Coming back, the performance of the real estate industry in the state is an indicator of the progress of the economy. We have here with us some eminent personalities from the industry to know how it is performing now. We have with us architect Anuj Gopakumar of Kumar Group Total Designers, one of the leading architects in this part of the world. Architect Anuj, our viewers would like to know what is the future of the real estate industry in our state, especially related to housing.
The real estate industry in Kerala was going through a very tough phase in the last few years. However, the scenario has changed in the last few months since there has been a correction in land prices and many NRIs are in the process of settling back in Kerala. This has also seen a very sharp rise in the demand for housing. We at Kumar Group are on the forefront of innovation in architecture design, especially with our 45 years of experience in the design industry. We are very strong in our housing design segment. Our strength is not only quality design but also value engineering to ensure our clients get the best product at the best possible cost.
Thank you, Anuj. We are happy to have with us today Sri Lakshmi Haridas from Pragnam Designs, a company that has been into steel building and structural engineering solutions for the past 10 years. So, Sri Lakshmi, steel buildings are something which we have widely noticed in our urban premises recently, especially during the pandemic. Why is it so?
Steel has always been a curious construction material. When you look into very small buildings like cottages in vacation islands to huge factory buildings, commercial complexes and resorts, people want to reduce the project completion time and cost. Steel is a quick return construction solution with economical aspects. While the foundation is brought up, your superstructure is ready to erect in parallel and the building is ready to concrete. Not just that, steel's adaptability to various wall solutions are exemplary. Moreover, your building contributes less to the global warming and climate change. We know how much climate change evolved in the fast-moving concrete jungles.
We also have Mr. Thomas TV of God's Own Properties, a leading real estate company from Kerala. Mr. Thomas, we want to know the impact of real estate in Kerala post-corona.
To a large extent of properties, prices has come down. Housing sale might see a drop in the aftermath of the virus outbreak. But since the housing loan interest has come down, the demand is likely to increase. The business ran as usual for the first 2 months of the year 2020. But real estate then came down due to the sudden halt in late March with the lockdown. Now indeed it has picked up a lot. We at God's Own Property is one of the leading real estate consultancy firm in Kerala. We provide end-to-end solutions which will help a customer buy or sell properties with utmost ease and most financial benefit.
Smiles of tourism. Tourism has transformed itself to bring smiles while you are traveling and smile that you can take home. Today, we have with us a team that brings smiles that can last for a lifetime. Dr. Thomas Nechupadam, a leading dental tourism expert, as per Forbes March 2021 with 20 years of experience in getting patients from 60 countries. Doctor, can you please explain the tenets of smile and dental tourism?
We've been a clinic since 1965. We have been catering to locals at that point of time, and we have upskilled and upscaled ourselves to cater to patients from international countries. We have got patients from 60 different countries at this time, and they had a very good experience which gives them a comfortable and affordable dentistry. We have tied up with one of the best companies who can give them smiles while they are in India, so that they can have an experience of a great smile while they are in India and also be confident when they go back to their own countries.
Here we have Srija Vipin of Le Floral Tours. Srija is an expert in inbound tours with more than 18 years of experience in the field. Srija, what are the main upcoming trends in inbound tourism?
Authentic cultural travel experiences are one of the main trends in inbound tours. We have arranged tours packed with authentic cultural experiences for international travelers who visit Cochin for medical tourism purposes. The current trend shows that tourists want to experience the spirit of local culture at the destinations that are off the beaten track, which is why Le Floral Tours take our visitors to untapped destinations, giving them the chance to experience natural beauty, charm,
and culture to the fullest extent, so that they can experience the authentic side of God's own country and incredible India.
We thank the experts from all sectors for sharing their valuable insights. We'll catch up later with new edition. Till then, in it to win it.